Hi Gina, my name is Bryan Serven with MakerWorks Incorporated. As a full-time inventor and entrepreneur who is often overwhelmed by the number of potential ventures on my plate at any given moment, what are the signs that a particular project is the right one to dive into? In the same vein, what are the early signs that it's time to scrap a project?
Hey Bryan. For a smart inventor like yourself who constantly has new ideas, the opportunity cost of committing to just one can be daunting. If there was a foolproof formula all entrepreneurs could use to pick the right idea, there'd be a lot fewer failed companies and products. I can offer a couple of ways you can look at your choices and make a more informed decision. First, reframe the question. When you ask yourself, what project is the right one for me, you're really asking, what do I want my legacy to be? The next few years of your life and your work should be a transition from the person you are to the person you want to be, and the projects that you work on should help you get there. The only expert who knows what your legacy should be is you, so my first piece of advice is to go with your gut. If that's too woo-woo for you, add some methodology to the process. Sit down with a piece of paper and a pen and make a decision grid, basically a two-dimensional pros and cons list. Down the left-hand side, list the goals you want to achieve with your project, things like revenue potential, learning new technology, breaking into a new market. Assign a numeric weight to each goal, between 1 and 10, which represents how important reaching that goal is to you. Across the top of the page, write down your ideas. Then, fill in the grid by checking off the goals each idea fulfills. Add up the total number of points for each project and compare. This grid doesn't necessarily give you the right answer, but it will force you to articulate your goals and how each idea stacks up. I asked Michael Bungay-Stanier, author of Do More Great Work, for his advice. Here's what Michael had to say.
But one of the ways to make a judgment about whether you're going to do a project or not do a project is giving it the barbecue test. Sometimes when somebody comes up to you at a barbecue or some social gathering and they say, so what do you do? Your heart sinks a little bit and you're like, oh man, I have to employ my own internal PR agent to make my job sound a little bit more exciting than it actually is. But if you've got a project that really lights you up, that's a great work project, then you're like, let me tell you what I'm up to. Let me tell you what I'm excited about. And just that internal level of excitement is a great indicator that this might be a project worth pursuing.
Check out the Poplet mind map you saw in this video at fastcompany.com/worksmart. If you've got a question, email it to worksmart@fastcompany.com.